80 years. 80 years of entertaining generations of adults and children alike. Superman, the Man of Steel, the Big Blue Boy Scout, arguably the greatest hero of all time. After 80 years of stories, it can be difficult finding a starting point to read what many considered to be the very first superhero. Well, that's where I come in. Ladies and gentlemen, and Kryptonians, today we're going to cover 4 great starting points to read The Man of Steel. It should come as no surprise to anyone who has been following my channel for years what my first choice is going to be. Of course, All-Star Superman. All-Star Superman is the perfect culmination of everything that makes the character great. At the start of the story, Superman is exposed to too much solar radiation. While you guys might think that, okay, big deal, he gets his powers from it, he soon finds out that his solar battery, so to speak, is overloaded, and it's killing him. What follows are the greatest 12 issues of Superman that have probably ever been written. Writer Grant Morrison understands that the character is more than just an overpowered alien that can punch really big things really hard. Superman means so much more to so many people, and there is not a greater moment of this than in issue 10, when Superman saves a young woman that is about to commit suicide. Without giving away too much, it's a moment that has gone on to save not only my life, but has given hope and saved tons of lives across the world. I've spoken at length about the writing here, but Frank Quitely's art is absolutely amazing. This is one of those books that shows what happens when you get the correct writer and artist and allow them to work on a book without interference. Stellar in every way, All-Star Superman is one of the few comics that I consider to be absolutely perfect. As a bonus, if you haven't picked up the All-Star Superman Absolute Edition, it's gorgeous and absolutely worth the buy. It's one of the best Absolute Editions that I've ever seen, and when I was collecting comics profusely, it was one of those books that I took great pride in having. Now, if you're a bit tired of the same old Superman stories, then my recommendation to you is Superman Red Sun. Superman Red Sun is a fantastic Elseworlds tale. What is an Elseworlds tale, you may ask? Basically, Elseworlds is a small imprint of DC Comics that allows writers to tell an out-of-continuity story that they can change anything they want with the character. In the case of Red Sun, Mark Millar tells the story of what would happen if Superman were to not land in Smallville, Kansas, but in Soviet Russia during the height of the Cold War. It's a fascinating take on the character, and you get introduced to so many awesome alternate versions of your favorite superheroes. For example, Soviet Batman is pretty freaking badass in this book. What's great about this is that despite Superman landing in a different country, it shows that the character by his very nature is inherently good. I love this story, and I know many fans today hear the words Mark Millar and have mixed reactions, to say the least. But this was more of a subdued Millar in terms of his writing, and while there is a good amount of action here, it isn't done for the sake of just having cool moments. Alan Moore writes Superman. If that sentence doesn't at least pique your interest, then I have no clue what will. In the 1986 story Superman, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, famed writer and 4th member of ZZ Top, Alan Moore, teams up with what is considered the greatest Superman artist of the 1950s, Curt Swan. Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow tells the story of Superman's last encounter with Lex Luthor, Brainiac, and other notable villains. The story serves as a conclusion to the Superman mythos and is set 10 years after Superman's last appearance. Lois Lane is recounting the tale of the ending of the Big Blue Boy Scout's career. This is a story that is full of twists and turns, and Moore doesn't hold back. Multiple beloved Superman characters end up dying, and the story goes as far as revealing the character's secret identity to the world. Alan Moore does what he does best here. He deconstructs the characters and gives us one of the greatest Superman plots of all time. The last book on my list is a bit of a cheat, since Superman, while not totally the central focus of the story, plays the largest role in the plot. I'm speaking of Mark Waid's magnum opus, Kingdom Come. I know I probably just triggered some people by saying Mark Waid. Shut up! Get over it. While Waid has certainly drawn the ire of, let's say, certain comic book readers of the last few years, the man's contribution to comics cannot be denied. It cannot be denied, I'm sorry. Kingdom Come tells the story of what happens when society becomes tired of the traditional superhero and wants more edgy heroes to come in and do the job the classics don't want to do. The story serves as a commentary on the rise of 90s comics and the extreme movement where characters would kill and would be written in a darker tone, while also reflecting on our want for those types of superheroes. At the start of the story, Superman has gone into a self-imposed exile over the public turning on him because of the rise of a new generation of heroes that are willing to do what the old guard could not: kill. You see, a new superhero has risen up, and his name is Magog. Magog ends up killing the Joker, leading to the public praising him for his actions. However, Magog ends up going too far in a fight against the villain Parasite, and it ends up causing a huge catastrophe, pulling Superman out of exile. I love this story, and the art by Alex Ross is fantastic. This was Ross at the peak of his ability, and it's just a blast to see the legendary artist draw our favorite classic superheroes, but in their twilight years. There you have it, guys. These are some great starting on points for Superman stories. I mean, I could go on and on with the characters' 80 plus years of continuity. We've got Birthright, Last Son of Krypton, etc., etc. Hell, even the new Superman run that just started in Rebirth is really damn good. But I kind of wanted to give you guys some accessible areas just to kind of pike your interest. And yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. I wish you guys a great week, and I hope you have an awesome day. Love you.